Welcome to Fantasy Football Prime Time Recap. Let's get started. Our first game is What Would Jones Do versus Mr. Rogers Hood. Mr. Rogers had a big game from Aaron Rodgers and Matt Forte, but the rest of his team, let's say, was less than Fryer. Jones Drew added Ben Tate in the draft, and the gamble paid off, getting 15 points in the first week, adding solid performances from AP and the Ravens defense. And ask yourself, what can't Jones Drew? Jones Drew gets the win, 94-82. Up next is Corn on the Shot versus I Love Big Breaston. And with TDs like this, who doesn't like Big Breaston? Big Breaston gets a huge game from everyone who isn't on Fryer's team. Schaub has good games from McCoy and Calvin Johnson. The -1 points from the Chiefs defense. And the win goes to Big Breaston, 127-67. Then, Mike Vick in a box versus Better Than Fryer. Vick in a box gets a great game from Michael Vick, but Better Than Fryer looks like he might actually be better than Fryer, like the rest of the league. He gets a huge game from Steve Smith, and with Gronkowski left and down by 3, he gets 8 points from the big tight end, and that's the difference in this game. Vick in a box 83, Better Than Fryer 88. Codeine Cocktails versus Just Say Ben. Ben gets a huge day from Ray Minute Maid Right, but not much help from anyone else. Cocktails has a big day from LaShawn McCoy and has a team to back him up. Codeine Cocktails 116, Just Say Ben 80. Up next is Show Me Your TDs and Accidental Shooting. I wish public TV would let me show off my TDs, but I'll have to sell it from big games from Drew Brees and Andre Johnson. Only Fryer could get big games from anyone. Surprising games from accidental shooting from Cobb and a man-less Wayne make it interesting. TDs gets a pick at the last second from the New England defense. Show Me Your TDs wins 99.46 to 98.56. Next up is Macklin on some Bays versus Javid My Best. After this, here's Macklin on some Fryer. Macklin gets a huge game from Brady and good games for the rest of his team. Fryer's Javid My Best didn't stand a chance with only Welcome getting a solid game. Someone needs to tell Fryer that it's a fantasy football team. Macklin on some Bays Ralph Javid My Best, 112-87. What is that? Oh, I'm sorry. I was just told I didn't make fun of Fryer during Codeine Cocktails versus Just Say Ben. I apologize. To make up for it, Fryer, you suck. That's all we have today. Remember to tip your girlfriends and fuck your waitresses, and remember, Fryer sucks. Good night.